Hello, welcome to Monday Night Live 101, the wonderful world of the hundreds. So here we go. So let's roll the credits and get this show on the road. So here we go. Welcome everyone. There's lots here. We've got microphone in my face tonight. The other one's not quite working, so we're going to have a bit of fun tonight. I've got a stack of questions here that people have asked during the before the show. I've got a new mug. Thank you to Nadia, who always watches, does some fantastic mugs. So thanks very much, Nadia. I've got the one, the only Golden Spur mining mug. So yeah, welcome everyone. Big week. Sorry about last week. We were at the lease and I had a faulty cable for my satellite connection. So it was a fraction devastating because I was looking forward to doing it with the new little toy I've got out the lease. So yes, so loads and loads of people here. Ian, Chris, Shane, Brian. G'day, Brian, Anthony, Douglas, Trish is here. We've got a question from Trish, Ian. Loads, and Trina. I've got a thing about Trina here I've got to talk about in a minute. Right, metal detecting country New South Wales is in the house. Mark, g'day, good to see you, mate. Mike, Trevor. Right, so everyone is Michael Gant, Ray Bass is here. We've got some footage. I don't know whether Ray's made the footage, but Ray happened to be out there towards the lease there. So, yes, I don't know where our backdrop is from. Where's our backdrop from today, Taylor? Is that... Oh, is that Cockatoo up in Claremont? Beautiful. Nice background, yes. Very, very hot that day it was, so... pardon me. So, loads and loads and loads of stuff to talk about tonight, but most of the questions I got in the last few days was about the lease. So, what we're going to do is we're going to... Taylor's prepared a little video here of some of the footage we took out at the lease. We're going to play that in just a moment. So it was the lease's first run, not the lease's first run, but the Trommel's first run. And of course, with all new things, there's a few teething issues. We had an engine issue at the last moment and had to put the old engine on, which basically I burnt it out. So the Trommel is running far too fast in these videos. Unfortunately, with that old engine, we couldn't control it well enough. So anyway, we'll put that up now. We'll flick that across and see it. It's about 10 minutes long, so if you get bored, go and get a cup of coffee. Consider it a commercial. Okay, see you guys.
And then that's going to push the flood material through.
Pretty excited there, Ben?
I am fairly excited. This is the first time I've really seen it.
This is the big reveal.
Yeah, isn't it? I've added that rubber damper to the back of this.
So this is the trommel section. We've just got to set that sluice box up and we'll get down to the lease.
That's my next day walk. That was a day and a half. Putting all this together, cutting each piece and molding it.
Geez, that grizzly's the flashiest looking thing I've ever seen.
Pretty much.
It's like
There's a hydraulic ram on the other side.
Oh, I saw that.
To jack it up.
Do you remember knocking the rocks and shit off the last one?
This is your Rolls Royce of gold washing plants.
It is. There's not much left of the old plant, is
You should have put a Rolls Royce logo on it. Yeah, there's not much. The bones of the old thing are all gone. All we've got's the old the barrel.
Yeah. I can't believe how much black paint we rubbed off on the trip. That's not very good, is it?
And those arrows are important.
This was all chassis paint, and then this was all done
Yeah, well,
in the workshop.
I hope he's put the arrows on the right direction.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get all confused.
Yep.
That's important.
It goes up apparently.
You need to know which way the barrel goes.
Yeah.
If it rolls the other way, you're in trouble because it's going to roll out.
Yeah. Sweet.
Really happy with how it carried.
Right, do you want to start that trommel and I'll just get half a bucket and see what it does?
This is not built. Right? Are you getting this all on camera? We don't want this to be.
Oh, gold. That's gold.
Glad I wore good shoes today. I needed a clean anyway. Might as well just jump in the dam. You did film it.
Right, let's start this trommel and throw some dirt at it. Come here, buddy. Hey, come on. Hey, hey, Chili. Hey, Chili, let's go. Come on, let's go. How would 2.5-inch jets just firing into the back of the box be? Just 2 adjustable nozzles and we can point wherever to get the best clean out. Is it coming out clean though? That was wet. Say all that again.
The biggest compounding factor here is you have pretty high head. The pump is to here, it's probably 30 metres straight up. You have the friction loss over the 70 metres of hose, probably at about 55% capacity of that pump.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if we brought it down and just stuck it down here,
Change everything.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The reveal. Did you get more excited?
look at all that welding stuff. Got a,
Is that what?
got a jelly bean.
Nice.
It's not too bad for shit ground.
Yeah, it's funny. We almost spotted all of that.
Hang on. There was where was that sawtooth? There was that real sawtooth one. Is it that one
Yeah,
there?
it must be.
Oh,
Busted up a bit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very reefy. Probably comes straight off that that little vein just there, being crushed under pressure.
Yeah. Like you said, it probably would have came from that where he prepared that spot under.
Righto, so there we go. That was the first run. Number of issues. Certainly the trommel was running a bit quick. By a bit quick, I mean a lot quick. But that old motor, that was the old motor that was on the old trommel. The big diesel one, we couldn't quite get the parts we needed in time. And someone mentioned in the comment, I forget now who it was, that we are going to put a hydraulic pump on that big old motor, that big motor, and we are going to hydraulically drive that drum. The trommel is egg-shaped. I think Dustin spent like a long time trying to get that thing round, and it isn't round much at all. So yes, so that's good. Someone mentioned Chili. Chili is big. He's 9 months old now. He's got he's done something to his leg, so he's been in the vets and we're not quite sure what's going on with his leg, but he was a bit out of sorts out there, and he doesn't like the noise too much. He normally goes, when I start the excavator, he normally goes and hides under the bed in the caravan. So he's a big softie. So, so there is. We did put up we did put up one particular video of Chili on TikTok while we were out there. So if you're a fan of TikTok just here, or you got an account for TikTok, go and have a look at what Chili did the other day. So, right. So, lots of fine tuning. It is an absolute weapon. Dustin's done an amazing job with what he had to work with. So, well done, Dustin. Thanks to Warren and Ray. Cory was out there as well. So thanks, guys, for that. Now, believe it or not, people are asking how the family's going. The newborn, little Neve. Neve is fantastic. Finn is excited to have a little sister, which is also quite good for mum and dad. So the family's going very, very well. So thanks everyone that inquired. Missing me when I go out to the bush, but that's what we got to do to pay some bills. So, so the next probably, well, I don't know how long, but we're going to be running some dirt out there, and we'll try and do Monday Night Lives from out there, but we'll see how that goes. So, let's get to some questions. So, are we, Taylor's here with me, help me out again tonight. So, are we ready to rock and roll on the mobile camera? We've got a mobile camera tonight, folks. This could go very, very well or very, very poorly. So, yes. So, So we'll get this mobile camera up. We've got a question here from... well, there's a couple of questions here. We'll cover this first one first. Peter Dawson. I would like to know if it's legal to use a high banker in the GPAs in Queensland. I've phoned the government and get different responses. Yes, we would all like to know the answer to that question. Powered equipment by the legislation is not allowed. However, if you're using a bilge pump, that's where the variation comes in, Peter. So I've used a bilge pump powered sluice, which I'm going to show you in a minute, as long as everything goes well. Pardon me. And with a ranger standing right next to me, having a talk, and he was sweet with it. So, certainly didn't mention anything, sort of thing. So, right. So there is a question here. Let me mark these questions off here. So I can mark when I've done them. Otherwise, things will go pear-shaped. So, Brett asks, what's a basic recirculating setup, 8-inch, and what's the best way to keep the water silt-free? Also have an issue with keeping leaf matter from dry creek beds blocking my spray bar. Any suggestions to help this? Well, yes, there is, Brett. I have solutions for you. So, this is how I run. I put the pump inside a pan and a classifier or two classifiers. I probably prefer the pan and the and the classifier, put the pan on the bottom in the creek and the classifier on top. That's a really, really good way to run it. So, yes, so that's how I tend to run that. So, right, we're going to switch across. Fingers crossed we're going to switch across to the mobile camera. Let's see if we can get the mobile camera up and going now. What's happening here? I don't know what's happening. Taylor's in charge. Oh, hey! Taylor's in charge. Right, so we'll go out the front here. And we've got audio on that too?
Believe so.
Believe so. Awesome. Come on, we'll go out the front here. So this is a basic recirculating system. And it basically just recirculates the water. This is what I use a lot in the bush. Okay? And it's quite a powerful unit. So this material is washed. Okay? So it's washed so we can so you can see what's going on in the sluice. But really it will handle a lot of material in there. Let me just do that again, and we're not able to get a close up there. So it just works the material, and you'll see when it clears, you've only got the material in each of the pockets, and that material's all moving, and it's just exchanging light material for heavy. So that's a recirculating unit. How do you keep it from getting silty? You can't. You actually need very little water. Let me turn this off. You actually need very little water to run one of these. You can actually run it on 40 litres of water. You don't have to have a big tub like this. You can just have a bucket. This bucket's got holes cut in the back of it. You can see if we can get in there. And when that bucket's full of gravel, I tip that bucket of gravel out and keep the water. So that keeps the gravel out of your pump. And then I just use one of those soft-sided tubs from Bunnings to throw that in, throw the pump in, job done. You can get away with 40 litres of water. In fact, here's one I prepared earlier. Just one of those little cheap tubs, 20 litre bucket in there, pump in the other side, job done. Probably one a little bit bigger than that. That's a 27 litre oval. I think it was about a 30 or 40 I was using, but yeah. Now, while we're out here, we've got another question about classifying material. With these big mats, you don't need to classify the material. It's a bit of a funny feeling, isn't it, Taylor? We don't know whether anything's running or whether we're talking to ourselves here.
Do you want me to whack it on the tripod?
No,
and check?
it's all right. So I've got faith that it's running. So with these big mats, right, you don't need to classify, right? With the smaller mats, like in the little 6-inch there, you do need to classify that material. But the question was really about what happens. We might have to get in here a bit, Taylor. So the question was about classifying material when you're panning. So obviously this is pre-classified, sort of classified, but if you've got big rocks, if I just get this pan going, we may as well pan this. If we just get this pan going here, we'll just run through it quickly so we can get down to, I don't know whether there's any gold in this block. But if you're getting down to this stage here and you've got a big rock in, what it can do is it can disrupt, see how that's disrupting the flow of how the pan's working? So if we take that out, you'll notice we get a nice even flow all the way through. When we put that back in, right, it can disrupt. See how you're not getting those perfect circles? Like if I was to take that out, it's clumping underneath there. It's not holding underneath there. So you really want to classify your material down. Now, whether you do that with your hands, pull the big rocks out as they come and get rid of them sort of thing, or whether you do that with a classifier, that's up to you. We may as well go all the way down because I've spotted a bit of gold in here. So there you go. There's a little bit of colour for tonight's show. So, yeah, so that's what, so I tend to classify, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm processing a lot of material, I will classify it down. I'll classify it down because A, it halves the material, and it's actually quicker to classify it down to a fine material because you can pan it quicker, and you're panning half the material. So it's actually quicker to classify, but if you're just sampling a creek, for instance, and you're not processing a lot of material, I don't use a classifier. I just classify it with my hands, pull the big rocks out of with my hands, and there. So, all right, we'll head back inside, and we'll, here we go, back inside here, and we'll switch that camera across. Right. Are we working? So we'll switch that across. There we go. We should have audio. Have we got audio, Taylor? Right. Okay, so who was that question for about the panning? Oh, David Rowe. Yes. So it is quicker to pan. Can you take that paint stirrer off, mate? It is quicker to pan with the everyone loves my shorts. It's my party shorts. I like these shorts. Yeah, it is. I've actually timed it because I couldn't believe that it was quicker to classify the material first. I've actually timed two 20-litre buckets, and it's actually quicker to classify material down to like 10 mil, like with one of these, than what it is to actually muck around with it with your hands, sort of thing. So, yeah. So, right. So, right. I'll just catch up on some of these. Yeah. So Matty Hand talks about an old kitchen strainer or two clamped around the pump with electric bands. All sorts of stuff will work with that gear. So, yeah, you just need to take that material out. I'm a stack of comments behind because I was standing out the front. Yeah, so, but yeah, so that's what I, yeah. That's what I tend to do out there. So, right, so that's that. Lee broke her mug. Lee Reeves. Mug for Lee. Oh, tonight's prizes, we're giving away mugs. Gold diggers mugs. So, Lee broke her mug. It's devastating. It's devastating, so Lee gets a mug. Someone else, we did a little bit on the trommel. 8-inch. Trina's been a big supporter of this show for ages. So, Trina, you get a mug. I've got a big question here from Greg. I've got to get to about ORX and Deus. There was someone else here. David Soden. David, congratulations, mate. You've got a mug. So, yes, well done, guys. Thank you for your support. We have more mugs to give away as the show progresses. So, we've got to get some of these questions here. Let's put the paint stirrer up again. People were wondering, what the hell's that thing? So, there is a yellow, I don't care what colour it is, but that is a yellow paint stirrer that you put on the end of your cordless drill. So, Debbie asked the question, do you find panning clay worth the effort? Yes, I do at times, depending on the clay, of course. And if so, what's the easiest way to break it down faster? A paint stirrer on your cordless drill, whip it up in no time. Some people even put barbed wire around the paint stirrer, and that can make a big difference too, sort of thing. I've never found it necessary, and with the barbed wire on it, it chews your buckets out. So, yeah. So that's the best way to break clay down. I have done a video. On breaking clay with a with one of those paint stirrers, but I don't think it ever got. Don't think I ever published it. I think there's footage somewhere. Yeah, it was back when we were at the old shop, sort of thing. Yeah. So, so Kerry Lawton. Lots of people talking about the Garrett Apex machine, the new machine from Garrett. So I have no information on it. I've tried getting information from Garrett Australia, even Garrett America, and it's very, very tight-lipped about what's going on there. So the, I don't know what the machine is. We have opened up a $50 deposit for a pre-order if you wanted to get one earlier. It's on the website now. So that's the best. That's all we can do. I know it's lightweight. I know it's got rechargeable batteries. So absolutely. So that's all I know about the Apex. Okay. So, but the middle of next month we will know everything about it. So yes. Now someone just asked a question about why my SDC only finds gold nuggets, only finds lead shot, not gold nuggets. I have one simple solution to you. If you're finding lead shot with your SDC, the problem is you haven't walked over any gold. That's the big problem with it. Okay. And while we're talking about machines, we want to talk about new machines from I had lots of questions about beginner machines, and what I would buy as a beginning gold machine. Now, normally I do a show on this, but we're going to do it a bit of a half a show now. So really, we'll take that paint stirrer off too, Tuck. Really, if your budget, an entry-level gold machine is $1,000 or more, right? To have any success or not, you really need to spend that sort of money. So, Gold Monster, 1,000, right? Also, the ORX. We'll just grab the ORX there too. The ORX, I've got machines attacking me. These two are great starter machines. The ORX is a very lightweight machine, as is the Gold Monster, but either one of those two are fantastic starter machines. Then really, if you get a little bit more serious and your budget is up there, okay, and you want to find gold, and really with gold detectors, the more money you spend, the more gold you're going to find. So, pulse induction machine, SDC 2300. You cannot beat this machine as a beginner machine. Very easy. 2 dials, button. That's all there is to it. Folds up small. Really, really simple machine to use, and will find good gold. The more money you spend, the more gold you find. Simple as that. So, Mark's mentioned here, would I put the Deus on the list there for gold machines? Yes, I would, but as an entry-level machine, the ORX is the thingo. That leads me to Greg's question, actually. So, the Deus and the ORX, the ORX is in the Deus, okay? So, if you've got a Deus, you've got an ORX. Okay, so there's no point. The Deus is in the ORX is inside the Deus. Okay, so we'll throw that graphic up because a few people, Greg in particular, these are the. So Greg asked, I'd like to find out the settings of the ORX. So these are the standard settings on the ORX in the fine gold mode. Okay, now. at the bottom there, and I think Taylor will post in the comments a link there to a YouTube video for our pro tips on the RX. That would be worthwhile watching. But they're the standard settings on the RX. That's all you can really change on it. I know Deus has got a lot more settings. Okay, so, and those are the 4 steps I take to settle a machine down if you're in very, very heavily mineralised ground. There gets a point where the ground just gets too heavily mineralised, and it makes it very, very hard work. But there should be a step 5 there, and if dropping the sensitivity doesn't help, you need to, step 5 is go to the pub, or try a different, better ground. So, now, these settings are available. We've got a cheat sheet here for the RX. So if you after a cheat sheet, send me an email or messenger or something or other, and I'll get it to you. They are available to pick up in the shop, or they will be tomorrow. But that YouTube video, there's a YouTube link down there. Taylor's just put it in the description there. And that's a good little video to watch if you got an ORX or a Deus. I talk about the ORX on there on that pro tips, but yeah, that's the best way to do it. Can you use an ORX on the beach? Yes, you can. There is a salt mode on it. Can you pass me the control box of the ORX? So what you do with the ORX? Let me just get it turned on here. This one isn't paired to a coil, so it shouldn't be too noisy. So there's your standard. Let me see if I can get that. There's your standard RX. If you hit, I've got to remember which button now. Let me get that right. If you hit this button there under my finger, see how it turns on salt mode underneath the fine gold. That wasn't in the original manuals. I believe it's in the manuals now, but that salt mode allows you to run it on the beach, and I would probably go to a different I would probably go coin fast for running on the beach. So yeah, and then of course when you change settings you need to hold that button down to get put into salt mode. So there we go. There's that one. So and also, if you're trying to run that in super heavily mineralised ground, that RX, you can try that salt mode. It just takes that mineralisation down a peg. Right, so I'm missing a stack of questions here, but so now I want to finish up. Greg keeps asking this question. I haven't answered it, but I keep saying the ORX is better than the Deus as a gold machine for 2 reasons really. One is it's cheaper, so people looking to buy a gold machine, you wouldn't buy a Deus, you'd just buy an ORX, and that's why I suggest the ORX. That's why I talk about the ORX is better. It's cheaper. I also, and I can't put my finger on it, but and I think it was I think it's fixed the last Deus update. The ORX seemed to run a little bit more stable in the highly mineralised ground. Not sure whether it is just me, but I had a sneaking suspicion it was doing something different with the ground. So, yeah. So that's why I probably suggest that ORX over the Deus. It's cheaper. Seemed to run smoother. Maybe it was just the way I was holding my tongue or the day. I don't know. But it was my gut feeling. So, Kyle asks, is gold found in the field worth more than spot value? If so, why is this? Gold found in different states worth more than... So, Kyle, that's a big question. Gold is based on what's in the nugget. Okay, so if you're talking about nuggets, some have got a high content of silver, some don't. Some have got copper in it, some have got all sorts of rubbish in it. Copper, silver, they're the only two that come to mind at the moment. But there's a whole stack of things. Okay, so that affects the price. So the amount of gold in a piece of gold, which seems strange, but that's what you get for spot price. So if you've got $100 worth of gold and it's only got 80% worth of gold in it and 20% silver, you're going to get $80 for it. Okay, so and it does vary from location to location depending on where it is. So and depending on its purity. Okay, so the other part to that question was about, is it worth more as... Now, gold's gold. Where the value goes up is for nuggets. Okay, so special nuggets will go... So, for instance, nuggets at the moment are going... Decent nuggets, we're talking sort of 2, 3, 4 grams are going... and above are going sort of $100, $110 a gram, whereas spots like 85. And some really rare gold goes $150, $200 a gram at the moment. So, yes. So, yeah. Craig, yeah. The last update fixed that issue with the ground. So, yeah. Yeah. So, that's why nuggets are worth a little bit more. So, we've got that. Right. Recirculations. So, best gold detector we've covered. Julian asked me a question. What setting do I use on the Garrett carrot for hunting coins? I wind that thing up. Completely up. As fast it'll go, as high as it'll go, with sound on. It's only 3 different sensitivity settings. So wind it up, wind all pinpointers up as far as they can go. Most good quality pinpointers will have a one-touch retune. So if you've got a coin, here's a coin. What's this? It's a piece, dollar coin. If you've got a coin in the ground, okay, let me go over the top of the microphone, and your pointer's, which way do I need to go? Your pointer's picking it up here, okay? If you press the retune button, that will then not pick the coin up. So you need to be closer, right? And then it'll pick it up again. You hit the retune button. That way you can really narrow it down. You keep hitting that retune button, and it tunes the coin out until you're right on top of it. It is a great way to narrow down your target. So that's how I use the pin pointer. So now in Queensland we've had some restrictions. Lee asked this question. Some restrictions listed. Now, as far as I know, fossicking areas still will remain closed. Okay? So, as of Saturday, you still won't be able to go into the fossicking areas. So, yes, as far as I know, I'm still waiting confirmation from mines, but it is still fossicking areas closed. So, yes. Right. Dale, waterproof kit for an ORX. Yes, you can get a waterproof kit for an ORX. It's about $100 and it'll take you down to 5 meters. So, waterproof kits. Linda asks, in Victoria, can I bring dirt home and wash it out and pan it? Of course you can, Linda. That's, yes, that's what you can do. So, that's the best way to do it. Pete talks about, what do we got here? Pete talks about best place to sell gold in Brisbane. My personal opinion, Grappies, gold. Now, we got a kit somewhere. It's missing in action. I don't know where the kit is. Don't worry about it, Taylor. The kit's gone. But Grappy will send you a kit. I was trying to spot it on the shelf so I could bring it down. So, yeah. So I would send your gold to Grappies. Okay, he gives a fair price for your gold, and we're going to give this mug away. This mug, what is this? Stubby Cooler away tonight, simply because we can. So yeah, Grappies. Now in Brisbane, there's local gold buyers. Brisbane Gold Brokers is a good one. Adrian, I've dealt with him a bit. So, yeah. So, that's who I sell gold to. So, right. So, let's just have a look at this here. Yeah, no change in New South Wales. Victoria, I think you're last on the list for fossicking. So, hate to tell you that, but my gut feeling is that you are last on the list, to be honest with you. Andrew Moore, anyone had a go at detecting the Condamine? Yes, the Condamine's a very historic river here in Queensland. There would be decent relics along the Condamine. I'm not too sure about gold. It does run through gold country, so yeah. I think we have covered all questions here on my sheet of stuff. Oh no, Shane asked a question. Items needed when buying a detector. So what else do I need to go with it? The only thing you need to buy is something to dig with. That's it. That's as far as it goes. So if you've got something to dig with, you really you're set. I mean, you can buy extra coils, you can buy pouches, you can buy boosters, you can buy thousands of bits and pieces. But if you got a detector and you can dig a hole, you're away, sunshine. So yes. So right. Definitely gold in the Condamine. There you go, Josh. Definitely gold in the Condamine. There's a few different places that the Condamine's actually quite a long river. There's a few different places where the Condamine runs through some gold areas. So yeah. Right. Would I start with a 5,000? I probably would, to be honest with you. Like if I had the money, SDC or 5,000 would be the way to go. Or just go straight to a 7,000. If money wasn't an object. The 7,000 I think is probably an easier machine to use as a basic setup compared to the 5, but the 5's not that hard. Sorry? Oh yeah, Taylor's just mentioned we've got our pro tips video coming out on the 5,000. And when's it coming out? Friday? Or the following Friday? We're doing a pro tip every week on a machine, pro tips. So really, because what's in the manual... Okay, so the idea of this pro tips... Let me sit back here, get a bit comfortable. The idea of this pro tips is that... So... there's a lot of experienced users that do things differently to what the manual says. So, for instance, in the manual, isn't those tips about what to do if the ground's too heavily mineralised, right? Same with the 5,000, same with the 7,000, same with every other machine. People work out the best way to run the machines. That information is not readily available. That's the idea of our Pro Tips series on the YouTube, and that basically gives that little bit of experienced, this is how you run this machine, or this is how I run this machine. So that's why we put it together. It was like, well, how do you impart that information to everyone, sort of thing? And that's what we're doing. So yeah. Where's the... have we got Knox Pro Tips out yet? We're looking into that, Peter. Yeah, it's out? Yeah. Peter, the Knox 800 and 600 Pro Tips is already out. So have a look on the YouTube. Taylor might even snag a link to the... I'm putting him under pressure here. He's feeling the pressure. So 5,000's out this Friday. Knox is already out. Taylor's going to post a link to it. And yeah. Oh, he's posted the link. The link is happening. Yes. The 5,000 is a very, very good machine. Yeah. So, yeah. Have we got that? Oh, someone's asking about enhancers. So, enhancers. Let's talk about enhancers for a minute. To be completely honest with you, I'm pretty confused by enhancers. I use enhancers. They work. But I'm confused by them. Because every enhancer manufacturer says they've got the best one. And they all seem to work. You know.
LED ones coming out as well.
Yeah, there's LED ones coming out for the SDC. You can look at lights. But I seem to think they all work very, very well. So, yeah. Yeah. So, Johnny Hobo, we might be able to work something out if you're selling a 5,000 to get a 7. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, no, I've done something strange here. I hate this laptop. Right, so, did we post that Pro Tips up, Taylor? Did we put a link up? Yep. Okay, so the link's up there for the Pro Tips. There it is. I just skipped past it. Yeah, it's all on the YouTube channel, sort of thing. Don't forget to go and check Chili out on the TikTok. I'm very new at TikTok, and Chili starred in the TikTok. So, right, okay. So let's get this prize underway. I'm just waffling rubbish now, and so we'll get to the prizes to give away. So we will. Okay, so we got Grappy's Gold, right? We got a stubby cooler here. We got two of them, haven't we, Taylor? Yeah. Let's give away two of them. Let's give away them both. Okay, so let's have a look here, and so let me run this here now. Stubby cooler. How many mugs have we got to give away? We got a stack. We got a few up there, haven't we? Yeah. Oh, what have I done? It's been a disaster. I've lost the comments. No, I haven't. I found them. Okay, so what's going on here? So, let's do this. Taylor, you better write this down because I'm going to forget about it. Grappy's stubby cooler, okay, goes to Thomas Jones. Thomas Jones, congratulations, mate. I will contact you, or you contact me after the show, get your address, slap that in the mail tomorrow for you. Not this mug. These aren't in production yet. But this mug, all right, is what we're giving away. The Gold Diggers mug. Someone asked whether it's a left-handed or a right-handed mug. It did take me a moment, but yes, there you go. There's a left-handed mug for you. Easy done. So, winner number 1, Tracy Lord. Oh, we got 2 stubby calls too, don't we? So Thomas Lord, no, Thomas Jones, Tracy Lord. And my machine has... Yes, it's not behaving. Sorry. No, I've got to put it through the randomizer. The wonderful world of randomizer. So, let's see what we can go here. I've got my screen zoomed. It's an issue. My God. Okay, so I don't know how to unzoom my screen here. It's a disaster. Anyway. Oh, escape. Oh, escape worked. No, it didn't. My God, the wheels have fallen off. The wheels have fallen off the operator here. I can't even scroll anymore. So let's try this. I think the big problem with this show is the operator. The bloke sitting in front of the microphone is the issue. Yeah, so, righto. So, we got Tracy. We got Thomas. Okay. Russell Garrett. Congratulations, Russell. You've got a mug. Lionel Jerd. You haven't got a mug. You've got a stubby cooler, one of these Grappy stubby coolers. Are you keeping up there, Taylor? I don't know how to do this now. I've got the whole thing zoomed. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Let me just see if we can fix this problem here, because I've mucked it up. No, we're not going to play the lease footage again. I will work it out. I might work it out next Tuesday, and people will have to sit with me. Hang on, something has happened. I think I'll be able to see comments now, and load the comments into the generator. Here we go. Let me just see what we can do here. Oh yes, the man is a genius. Thank you for bearing with me. So, right, so we've got Judy Gillies has got a mug. Congratulations, Judy. And the last mug for the evening goes to, come on, work, Shane Nancaro. Shane, congratulations, you've got a mug. So, guys, thanks very much for joining us tonight. My microphone's gone all floppy. The wheels are really falling off here. So, thanks very much, everyone. We will see you next week. It will probably be live from the lease, hopefully with a little bit of colour in the pan, if we can get this new engine going. If not, we'll be here in the shop. So, and we'll have an extra special show for you next week. Okay, guys, thanks very much. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next week.